Hi guys, this is JP from Rocket Science again. We just completed a video showing how to do the basic install techniques for our gold foil thermal protection airbox cover. We looked at how to do the layout, the alignment. We looked at the techniques for fitting around corners, installing the gussets. And generally with that information you should be able to do the entire install, but I just thought I'd complete the process for any that wanted to see how we work through the back and the intake side. So we've made a relief cut here to the right side starting on the intake box side. So just press that down and get her nice and smooth in there. And you can work those wrinkles out, but you can see how that works nicely. And then we're going to move over to the end of the intake side. And here we're going to do another relief cut like in the previous video. And once again, we could take this and just move it down. But as you can see, there's a little bit of wrinkling in there. So I'm just going to take and make one more relief cut. I haven't actually done this before. I just noticed this. So we'll see how this works, and we'll lay this centerpiece down first. Hope you can see that. And it's going to wrap around the back a little bit, cover that corner nicely. And then we'll move this down, and you will get just a little wrinkling on this ridge. You can work a lot of it out, but it's a square thing going on around things, so you're just going to get a little bit of that. And you'll notice that there's a little bit of extra material here. Actually, it doesn't need to be that much extra material. There we go. A little bit extra material. And the reason for that is if there is a little bit of problem with the initial alignment from over here, you could be off 1/8 of an inch here and be off 3/8 of an inch over here. So I wanted to make sure you had enough material just in case your alignment was slightly off. And then you'll just simply take your X-Acto knife and nicely trim around here, which is real easy because it's got that nice edge there for you to work with. Okay, now we'll work our way around to the back, and before we do, as you notice, the back is just really lumpy. It's got a lot of ridges, a lot of contours, and there's no way you're going to get that perfectly smooth, obviously. But we have some techniques that I'll show you to be able to make it a little nicer if you like. The other thing is, and I'm not one of those guys, if it doesn't show, don't worry about it. If I know, I want it to be as good as it can be, whether it shows or not. But in this case, it absolutely doesn't show, and the material helps to reduce heat. So you're just better off in every way around. Now we did do the relief cut over on this right side too, so we'll wrap that around. And just lay that out, get the wrinkles out nice, and then we'll bring that down. Well, actually, this is something that I should have brought up too. Is it's better to start in the center and work your way out to the edges. So starting in the center there, you can see we have a lot less problems with wrinkles there, and then we'll just roll that around the corner, and then once again, as we did in the previous video, whenever you have a issue with getting it down behind the molding, just use your tongue depressor and get it in there and smooth that out as nicely as you can. And like I said, there are just a lot of contours, so this is not going to be perfectly smooth, but it'll do its job and reduce temperatures. It will stick. That's something I found out. I've done 5 of these now, and boy, they stick really well. So right here you can see there's an unusual little curve right there. So we'll do a relief cut right here, and again we'll use the same technique where we just split the difference between the two angles. There we go. We'll lay that down. I could have got that a little nicer, but speed is of the essence here. And then we'll roll this right from the center again, and as you can see, you're going to get a little bit of that wrinkling there. That's probably more than even I would like, so we'll pull that up. I pushed I was sliding down. That's a good thing to note, that really what you want to do is just roll it over the top and then press it in rather than pushing down like that, because that'll reduce the amount of wrinkling there. And then we just wrap that around. And as you can see, that makes a pretty nice, even doing it as quickly as I'm doing it, that makes a pretty nice fit there. And then you can go back and try and work as many wrinkles out as you want. Now in your kit, you'll also receive this back piece, and we'll take that off right now and show you what our options are on the back here. Now we can take this and just line it up and go right over all those ridges, lining it up with the molding. Hope you can see that well. The light's kind of getting bad. There we go. And then working from the center out, you can get those ridges to lay down pretty well. But if you don't like that, and there will be some bubbles there, if that's not okay with you, you have a couple of options. This is only 2 3/4 inches by 2 1/4 inches. So you could just cut that ridge portion out if you wanted to, but you would be reducing the effectiveness of the heat reduction, so keep that in mind if you decide to go that way. The other thing you could do, and I've actually got a picture of that somewhere here. Let me see if I can show you without fouling everything up here. There's a photo, I hope you can see that okay, of where I just took the X-Acto knife and went down each side of each ridge and then just cut that out. And then it will lay down, and your small popsicle stick just fits perfectly in between those ridges and will allow you to lay that down. So if that's something you'd like to do, you have that option. But from what we're doing here, this is just a simple matter of going, like I said, from the center out, working out those wrinkles, and once again, going around that corner, you might find that you'll have slightly extra material. It shouldn't be much there, but there may be a little tiny bit of extra material. This looks like this one is going to work out quite nicely. But again, you can see if you just run your X-Acto knife right around here, then you'll have a nice clean fit edge. Now there's one place on here that I just couldn't get to lay down without some drastic action, and that's right here. And if that bothers you, I can guarantee you that isn't going to let go. But if that bothers you, you can just put a couple of cuts straight down in the material and then press it down, and it will leave a couple of little lines, but once again, that doesn't show whatsoever. So that's your option on how you want to do that. But as you can see, that completely covers the back, which gives you the complete protection you need. And even though this is probably a 45-minute to 1-hour job to do it really, really nice, as best you can, we've completed this in less than 20 minutes, even doing a video. I will show you one other thing. Right here and right here, by each connection point, there is, this one doesn't bother you, but on each of these first 3 connection points, there will be these little ridges. And one thing you can do to alleviate those is just find the ridge and then make a little cut alongside the ridge, being sure to cut completely through on the outside of each one of those ridges, like that. And then I've given you a special little tool here that'll allow you to go down and press those down in there and get a nice fit there. And you can use that same technique on the other 2 of those locations. So there you have it, guys. I hope you like it. We've done some temperature tests. We've gotten anywhere from 17.4 to 30.1 degree reduction in temperatures in the airbox without a flow, so you wouldn't expect that in the end, but it does show that there is a significant benefit, and I like the look. I like the look a lot. We'll provide some decals for you if you want, or you can put the decal of your choice in there. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye.